Welcome back to XekeLand. Things may look a little different around here from when you were last having a look. That's because things have changed. That's the simple explanation. A slightly longer explanation is that I do have 2 episodes recorded before what you're seeing now, but they're not coming out till a little later. Reason being the intro, and you will understand more when you see them. Maybe. Anyway, that up there is an ender tank. That's going to be sucking the liquid XP out of the grinders, so I don't need to connect that up there. I do have 2 spare, and I don't know which one I need to put it on. That one's gone. Now, so what I'm going to do today is basically get rid of all this piping and all these battery boxes and wiring. I'm going to be replacing my power system with... I think I'm going to have to go with BuildCraft. It is probably the most reliable. That one doesn't have one there, and it definitely does not have one there. Okay, so that side needs an ender tank. And I think this one does as well. It's got the ender chest, but does not have a tank. Okay. We'll block that back up. And this one did have one, and that one did have one. So yeah, it's just these 2. Now, so put those tanks in, and the plan is going to be have 1 generator per side, and 1 battery box per side. Sorry, bat box, because we're talking industrial craft now. And have the bat box feed into the grinder. So when the bat box is full, the grinder's not doing anything, the generator should stop burning, but as soon as the grinder starts doing stuff, the power feeds out of the battery box into it, the generator starts burning again. And hopefully the generator can keep up, otherwise it might need multiples. Alright, so I've got to figure out where I'm going to put these ender tanks, and I think that's going to have to be the spot there. Can't place it there. There we go. Get rid of that one. I don't have any cobble. Where'd the cobble go? Didn't I break one out of it? Don't know. Oh, that's not very well designed, is it? Now, just before I started recording this, I was very close to actually losing everything. I accidentally told my Minecraft to update, and it started removing my modded jar file. Thankfully, I have a backup. So, the lesson here is always, always, always have a backup. There. Now you may remember, or you may not if you've only just started watching, a previous episode where I didn't have a backup, or recent backup of my world, and I basically wiped it and lost several weeks worth of play. Thankfully, that did not happen this time. Actually, I need to put that one back. I don't need that redstone torch in there anymore. Alright, let's do it that way. Yeah. I'm going to need to come along later and pretty these up. At the moment, I'm just trying to keep the light out. I think they're all done. So I'm not going to get much out of these while I'm working on this, because I've only got 2 of them hooked up now, but that's okay. Alright, so I'm going to get the 4 generators made, 1 on each side. I'm also going to need a chest for charcoal, and a manager might be the best way to distribute it. Maybe. It'll certainly be the quietest. And I should be able to get away with a very low power supply. Which means I could leave one of these things running just to supply power to the manager. And then my windmills on the outside, which I really need to check on and make sure haven't killed themselves yet. It's actually the other way. My windmills will be more than just decorative still. And it's night time. It's always night time when I want to leave. Let's have a look. Yeah, they still run pretty low, but I don't have my flax farm. I can't replace them easily. They take... How much did I need? I think I needed 1 stack of string for one of them. Can't remember, it's been quite a while. Maybe I'll have to go back and watch my video. Anyway, to the generator making place. Okay, so I made some adjustments, and I accidentally looked at the guy, and now he's out here. So, might have to try and kill him. Can't get me under here, I don't think. Oh, if I walk too close to the edge, you can. I'm good. So I put an ender tank and moved the ender chest on every side, so I didn't have to have that massive ugly lump of cobblestone out the back. They all look like this now, tank on one side, chest on the other. The grinder in the middle should put stuff into the chest still, but as none of them are actually getting any power at the moment, I can't be sure. Another guy over there. Maybe because it's night time, because there's one down in that hole too. Oh well. So I've got my generators and my battery boxes. Where's that one? Fortune 3. Not lose that. I think if I put the battery box directly underneath, then I need to find my wrench. There's a BuildCraft wrench. Which bag did I put it in? Not that one. Oh, that's through. We'll go with these ones first. We shift click the bottom of that, that's now pointing straight up. I think the generators might be best off at the bottom. And that way I've got access to 3, 4 different sides to... Oh really, I only need the bottom one to put the charcoal that I want to burn in there. Oh, we'll get that done on every side. And I shouldn't have done that just yet. It occurred to me that I already have a manager that's sorting out items and sending things where they need to go. So I may as well just use that one. Ooh, that was close. There. So I gotta wait for this to drain a little bit. I still have all of those tanks, so I put them in a chest. I was going to fill them up with the liquid XP. Which one did I look at now? Is it you? Maybe. Let's just kill him anyway. I was going to fill the tanks up around the side with liquid XP. Not that you're ever really going to see much down here, because after this is done there will be no reason to be here. Unless I put something else on this level. Let's go kill this guy before I accidentally look at him. I'll look at him on purpose first. Come on. Oh, this guy's tough compared to the other ones. And I think that guy's actually up in the room. Anyway. You can hear that shots being fired. I'm pretty sure there's a skeleton in there shooting at me. He just hit a zombie. I don't know exactly what's going on in there. I can see some items just floating here though. Can't grab them. Oh. So, my manager down there that's sorting stuff out. Oh, hello. I can't exactly hook that one up directly to here. But I can use this one as the final resting place for charcoal, because charcoal I don't really need for anything else. So I can put a deep storage unit here for charcoal. And then the manager can sort it into an ender chest, which then has it automatically put it into the deep storage unit. Then I will need a manager to connect to the deep storage unit, or I could just use a filter or a transposer really, but I don't want to have that annoying ticking sound with the timer that goes with it. So now that I've thought about it a little more, I will actually need another manager here, even if I do use that one down there for sorting. And I might actually set up a automatic torch creation thing here as well, because I'm probably going to need that. I can have it fill up, well, an ender pouch really, with torches for me. So this one here, while nice to have, I have to remember to fill this up eventually. But the ender pouch, if I can get it set up right, will always be full. But yeah, anyway, now I just got to wait for these to drain. Maybe I will put some tanks around somewhere. Oh, really? I think I might have to lower the roof out there a bit. Yeah, I'll grab my tanks and I'll empty some of these pipes just a little bit. And I'll get another ender chest. I actually need another ender tank too, because while these are nice and full, they don't have anywhere to deposit their... Which one did I look at now? I give up. There's currently nowhere for that liquid XP to go. So I've got to put another ender tank down there. So I need one chest, one ender tank, one manager. I already have the deep storage unit. And I think that'll be enough. Alright, I checked down there, and I do actually have an ender tank down there already. And I completely forgot about it. I also noticed that I could actually move all of these grinders down one level, and then completely block up the dark room up there. So this is the floor of the dark room here. And these grinders here should still affect the mobs up there. And I did put the tanks in, just so I can train these and get them out of the way. And I got bored waiting, so I was making pretty patterns. Okay. I have my ender chest and a manager. And I also had a thought on how I was actually going to make the charcoal and make sure it gets to where it needs to go. So at the moment I have the powered furnaces, the blue electric furnaces, yeah, the ones from Red Power, hooked up to a manager and an ender chest and some engines and stuff. And that's all good and well. It's generating a nice amount of charcoal. But I figured I could actually do the same sort of thing here and not use any power at all. Using iron furnaces. Now, iron furnace will take one piece of charcoal, 10 logs, and give me 10 charcoal. Or it's not, completely 100% wood for charcoal, but it is actually better than burning in the regular furnaces, or debatably better than the powered ones as well, because this doesn't require power. As soon as it's burnt, its first piece of charcoal, it feeds itself back into it, feeds back into itself until it's full, and then it goes on to wherever it needs to go. So I'm going to try and set up these furnaces here as basically my main charcoal generation, charcoal production. So the idea will be, I could possibly have the same combination for the ender chest. Now it'll probably have to be a different one, because that auto smelting I might use for something else. I think I do use it for something else still. No, actually I think that was purely for charcoal, so maybe I could do it this way. The idea is to basically generate a lot more charcoal, because I don't know if those two furnaces that I have going are going to be enough to supply these 4 generators and the hobbyist steam engine that I've got, plus anything else that I need to add on. If I make a bunch of these, it should actually perform a bit better. I'm also going to need redstone engines, and I think diamond pipes are going to be the best way to go to guarantee that once it comes out of the side of the furnace, let me just We'll put it up there. Yeah, once it comes out the side of the furnace, it needs to go down and then underneath. And 100% of the charcoal needs to go into the furnace until this bottom slot's full. And then it moves on. And really a diamond pipe is the best way to do that, because that will guarantee all charcoal goes up while there's a space, and as soon as there's no space, it moves on. So 2 diamonds will get me 8 pipes. That's fine. Unless I've already got some, I can't remember. And then that will get put into a dedicated charcoal ender chest. The dedicated charcoal ender chest will be placed wherever I need charcoal, so here, maybe I'll put one in the middle. I don't know. Maybe I'll actually make it in the middle here, so it'll have to fill up these generators before going into this ender chest. That might be a good option as well. And then this ender chest with the charcoal could potentially also go over at the wheat farm, except that's already kind of got a good setup going there. That's kind of the first stop for charcoal at the moment. It goes from the charcoal generation to the wheat farm, and then it comes out here, but I kind of want it to go the other way. I don't know, the wheat farm, I might just leave that for the moment and I'll set up a completely different one specifically for this, and then I'll have a think about the rest of it. But I think in here might be the best way to go, and I'll have them all maybe feeding 2 of them into one generator, and then all of that can go into another pipe system somehow. Probably work. I forgot to make the engines though. I'm going to want, if I put them here, they'll have an engine on either side to suck the charcoal out, a diamond pipe underneath. I put an iron pipe in the middle there, so after they come from both of them, they go into the iron pipe, into the generator. And then from the generator, I don't know, out the side and back again to these ones here. Do they really need to be this far back though? I don't think so. I think I could probably put them here. Yeah. That'll work. Now I'm doing it this way because I need to suck the stuff out this side. So if I put these ones here, I'm going to have to go make me some engines. I'm also going to need to actually get the wood into these, so this is not going to be the best positioning for them. They will have to be out from under this, or I just dig into that top bit again. Yeah, I think pneumatic tubes are going to have to be the way to go for feeding the wood in. Look at that lovely lighting glitch. Yep, and these side ones. So this manager will probably actually be better served as the wood delivery. So I already have that ender chest set up for the wood that's going to the charcoal production. Maybe I could hijack into that one and have it going to both at once. That might be a good idea. So that'll have to be a tube there. Which is my tubes? I think it's the green one. Yep. Oh, I have 17 diamond pipes already. Wow, that's going to be really useful. Yeah, this is probably going to be the best way to do this. I didn't really want to use industrial craft power here, I wanted to try using some different stuff. But I've done that, and the red power didn't work so well for me. And railcraft was going to be my next option, but having to think about that, I would also need some way to deal with excess power. That's not what I wanted there. Okay, this got very busy very quickly. It's not quite finished because I haven't set these pipes up and they don't have anywhere to go to. And this side here is kind of messy because this is where the power is coming in for the manager, who's currently sitting there managing, I think, 5 spruce wood. Take that out of there, it'll send, yep, whatever it is through the pipe. Tube, sorry, the tubes, not pipes. Oh, it's only 1 spruce wood. Well, I guess all the rest of it got eaten up by the other manager that's pulling stuff out of that particular ender chest. Which is a slight problem, because you see, this ender chest is actually empty. It means I'm not generating enough wood. I may need to expand my tree farm operations. I think maybe I'll just dig a cave underground and cut down oak trees or something. Something specific for this purpose. Maybe rubber trees, because rubber trees are really only good for charcoal. Either way, I actually need to move this wire here to be over here. So I can put a chest there, and I'll probably just make it the sorting ender chest, or maybe directly into storage ender chest from here, or not sure. Maybe into a charcoal sorting so it can go into dedicated ender chests, and then into storage. But who knows? Maybe I won't be producing enough charcoal here for that. We'll see. I'll need to grab some charcoal to put into these. We've got all our engines going. That there was going to be connected to that side over there, but not necessary at the moment because really this is kind of overkill. And all of that power just feeding into a single manager, it's really not necessary. But I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, so before I turn all these on, I think I will need to sort out my tree situation, which is a simple matter of a harvester and a planter and an ender chest and some power. And I may set up a similar system to this for the power, but then again maybe I'll hook it into this. Who knows? I'll have to do that later. I think I'll do that underneath the existing tree farm, simply because those chunks are already loaded and I don't want to have to go loading other chunks just to do something I'm already doing in those ones. So I'll leave it there, and I may not rest because there are monsters nearby. I don't think it's those ones, so there must be something on the other side of this wall. In case you didn't get the joke, the end was at the start and the start was at the end, because this video was filmed after the next two.